Getting another late start. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. I'm going to show you how to install a gas line for a gas dryer. You got to do a few simple calculations just to see if your house can support an extra gas appliance. I'm going to put a chart on the screen if I can figure it out. It shows you the diameter of your service, the length of your service line from the meter to your furthest appliance. In this case, it would be the dryer that I'm working on. And how to just look at this chart and to see the total BTUs per hour that line can support. The one I'm working on today, I have to measure it. It's three-quarter inch gas pipe, and I'm looking around because I think I missed my turn. But yeah, three-quarter inch gas pipe. I think it's about 30 feet. That should get us 129,000 total BTUs per hour. And this house just has a furnace, a water heater, and a soon-to-be gas dryer. No other appliances or anything like that that use the natural gas. And yeah, I gotta switch over and use my GPS because I think I'm lost. That's not it. Where in the heck is this house? Oh, it's right there. Okay, just got a lockbox open. I got a gazillion keys here. I'm trying to figure out this first one. Okay, door number 1. Oh, geez, now these are probably 2 different keys. This one looks old. This way. Okay, there's one back bolt. So it leaves this one. Jesus, 3 different keys to get in the front door. So I'm gonna head towards the basement now. Man, they really like blue. Oh geez, I almost fell. And try to find more lights. Dang, that's an 80%. This is a 90%. And dryer is gonna go over there. 3/4 inch supply. And is there lights in here? I'm assuming it goes through the ceiling here, and the meter is right over there. So I'll measure the length from the meter. And this is where I'm going to tap in, right there, to go through here, over and down. So I got to take all that into consideration, the length of the 3/4 inch, and refer to that chart and see what the total BTUs is. We have some developments here. We have a whole nother 15-foot run of this 3/4 inch pipe that goes all the way over into this room. That wall then makes a turn right here, goes all the way down. So that's going to put us well over 50 feet. And I just know for a fact, 3/4 inch, 50 feet is not going to support over 100,000 BTUs. I mean, right now, this is 80, and this is 40. So you're at 120,000 BTUs right there. So I'm going to call up the property manager and just tell him that there's a good chance if we do this and someone's doing their laundry over there with their dryer, that a trouble code will get caught by this brand new furnace because it's not going to have enough pressure or gas flow, and it's just not good. So I got him convinced that it is a bad idea to put that gas line in. At first he says, you know what, just put it in. I've done this before. Anything happens later, I'll just figure it out. Well, I told them that it's severely underrated, and it appears that there's a gas dryer out here in the carport. It was removed, and there was a gas pipe that was also capped off. So my guess is, in order to pass inspection to have that brand new furnace put in, the inspector says you have to delete this gas line, because this 3/4 inch service running, I mean, it might be over 60 feet, just won't power having that gas appliance there. So I need you just to remove that option altogether. So now I'm just trying to find the electrical panel, see if we can put an electric dryer in. All right, looks like we have a new service, new meter, new service panel, General Electric. So there's a ton of extra room in here. So the house panel, this is the main panel, 150 amp. So there's a house panel somewhere else that is in the house. I don't really need to know that. All I know is I got a ton of room. I can just go, I honestly think the dryer is right there. I could come straight down and straight in with some conduit. So I'm going to take a picture of all these open things, because he told me, I told him to begin with, you know, we should just run electric over there. He said, oh no, the panel's full. He might not have noticed that there's this panel. So I've looked all over this dang house. Can you understand why I didn't find it? That's an old one. Not even gonna mess with this thing. Just leave it as is, all wallpapered up there in the kitchen. Holy cow, it's in the kitchen. But honestly, I walked past this thing 5 or 6 times and didn't even see it. The panel's right here. Dryer's gotta go right there. And it's gonna be easy, but this job is already getting annoying. So there is specific cable that you can run in conduit outside. And then there's cable that you can run exposed in here. The cable that runs exposed in here and down the wall, or wherever I want to put it, can't be put in conduit. So I got to figure out if I want to put a junction box here, use exterior wiring conduit, and then junction into a just wire that can run exposed, like this Romex, over to where the dryer is. Not much lighting down here. There you go. There's my light. That's my hole through the rim joist. And if you can see the brick. So now I'm going to start drilling a pilot hole with this from the inside out. It's like this. To go through the brick, and then I'll go through the outside and then work my way in.
So let's just start with a hammer. Hammer time.
Alright, there's my hole. Then I'll take that same drill bit and make a big old hole there. The elbow will cover up that hole, and I will also squirt a bunch of caulk in there. Take a look at this. Free blowing air through there. No foam, no caulking, no nothing. Oops, there's the hole. And now I'm going to go in, make sure this is in the right position, then I'll come out, mark it, and cut it. This is gonna run straight up here. Uh-oh. I'll put a bend in it. Show you how to do that. It's gonna go into that knockout right there. It's gonna come down, get a little kick back to the wall, straight down and into there. Get my wires all ready to run here. Now, don't let anybody tell you that you can just run Romex in conduit outside. That is not correct. Romex cannot go in a wet area, which is outside, in conduit. This wire, I'll read you the details here, and I'll show you what kind of wire this is. See if this shows up on the screen here. THHN/THWN. The THWN is wet. So this is what you need, THWN. You guys can't see this, but it's the same as how I put that ground in. So that's the neutral ground. Now, since there was already these knockouts down here in the corner, that's where I'm going to put the breaker. Doesn't matter, red or black, which one they go in. This thing's still rolling, huh? Okay. Now the reason I put that breaker in, it is off, but now I'm gonna pull the breaker out and take all these wires inside and finish running everything to the outlet for the dryer. So there, there it is, right there. That's the conduit coming in. What came in through a hole down there. I ran along just to bypass trying to put a junction box in and around all these copper pipes. So I'm going to put my junction box right on the side of that floor joist right there. See this? Yep. Indoor. Remember, it says indoor, meant for indoor, even if you got conduit. Here, well, I guess it is kind of light up there. Probably could have tried. Well, it gets pretty dark. Let me get a flashlight. Flashlight on there. There you go. Everything's color for color, just like any standard junction box. That is 10-3 coming out the top. And I'm going to get this stapled up to the floor joists over to there, and then we'll go in the pipe again. It's very similar to what they did there, and go down to our box. These are Tapcons. They are concrete screws. Put the ground in first. These are labeled. It's probably too dark for you to see, but one's labeled green or ground, and one's labeled white or
Blanca.
I can't see which one's which. I think it's this top one right up here. Blanca. There it is, Blanca. So that takes care of your ground and your neutral. And these two are hot, and they don't have to go in a certain color coordinated type spot. Hot's a hot. I get the extra deep boxes for these. See how this one here, has to have an extension on it to get all the wires in there. An extended face plate. Get the deep ones, and you don't have to mess around trying to get stuff to fit in there. So I'm all cleaned up. The basement part is finished. Now all you got to do is take out those knockouts that were already in the panel cover, pop the breaker in, turn it on, and I'll come down and test it. Heck's my Sharpie. I'll have to get a Sharpie in there. No. Okay, the neutral is the L-shaped one. Put that in there, and now you can see there's 120 volts. Now I'm going to switch this lead right over to the other hot. 120 volts. All right, you got all those damn keys back in there, and okay, all locked up. Well, to me that was an easy project, mainly because I started doing this well over 20 years ago, especially the electrical part. I've done that job there well over 100 times. I mean, 200-300 times. That job, or a job very, very similar to that one, and do things like that. You can even run a very similar method, except you would use all exterior wire, which you pull out in front of me, to hook up a hot tub. You can also, say your panel is full, you can get real small breakers, make a little bit extra room. Now, you wouldn't be able to do that on the old antique one that was inside. I wouldn't suggest doing that on like a 100 amp panel, but most likely, maybe not. Most panels are going to be 150 amp to 200 amps. With that, you will have plenty of room for your hot tub, for your electric dryer, for your steam generator. These are just things that you would need 220 for. If you got questions, as always, put them in the comment section below. Give this video a like and share it on all your social media. Apparently the only way to grow the channel, like real growth, is it has to get shared somewhere, like Reddit or on Facebook or different Facebook groups, or even forums. I guess people still use forums. That's the way you're gonna get growth. Or you get a shout out. And I won't pay for a shout out. That's what a lot of YouTubers will do, is they'll find someone who has a channel that's a stage or two above them. So right now I'm at 40,000 and some change. I would be looking for a YouTuber that does similar work, that is in like the 100 to 150,000 subscribers, and pay them for a shout out. That's the way it goes. That's the part you don't really get to see when you're just watching YouTube. So, but a more ethical way is to just share it in social media and see what happens.